Hi all, so today we're going to look at subatomic particles and their calculations. I think we've seen a couple of these before, but nonetheless we'll go through them. There isn't too many. So look, we're going to look at 2016 question 4, and we're told in that an ion there, that's M2+, as we can see here, has 25 electrons and 32 neutrons. What is the atomic number and the mass number of this element? And again, it's just a random element, so we don't know what it is. So we write down here our M2 plus. Okay, now it's important to remember here that if this was a neutral atom, then the number of electrons and the number of protons would be the same. Okay, in this case though, it is not a neutral atom because it has it's 2 plus here, so therefore it has lost 2 electrons. Electrons are negatively charged, so it's like anything. If you take something negative from your life, you're going to become a little bit more positive. Okay, in this case here, there's a 2 there in front of it, so it has lost 2 electrons. So it now has 25 electrons. So originally it would have had 27 electrons. So therefore, if it had 27 electrons and that would have made it neutral, we already said that a neutral atom, so a neutral atom, the number of protons is the same, equivalent to the number of electrons. Now the atomic number is only defined as the number of protons in the nucleus of an atom. Okay, just to be clear on that. Okay, so the number of protons here equals the number of electrons for a neutral atom. Okay, so if there's 27 electrons there originally, and it would be neutral, therefore we would have 27 protons. Okay, the number of protons do not change for any ion. Okay, it's always the same. So in this case here, we have our 27 protons as our answer. Now, the next part, which is part 2, this is part I here, part 2, okay, is asking for the mass number. Okay, the mass number is simply, I'm going to write it down, mass number equals the number of protons plus number of neutrons. So you should already be told the number of neutrons, otherwise we won't be able to figure it out. Okay, so if we're looking at it there, we're told, well, we know we have 27 protons first of all, so that's 27 plus, and up here you can see here that there's 32 neutrons. Okay, so we add in our 32. When you add those together, you're going to get 59. So 59 is the mass number. Okay. Say for argument's sake you made a mistake in part I. You could still get your full marks in part II. Okay, as long as you continue on. Okay, but please write out those formulas, because if you don't write out the formula here and you carry them, you might not get the marks. Apart from that, look, if it's an ion, you just have to be careful, okay, especially if it's a positive or a negative, because students always mix up with electrons. If you remove 2 electrons, it's become positive or negative. Just ask yourself, what is the charge of electrons? And if you remove electrons, it is going to become more positive. Okay, that's it for now, guys.